debate room series with the Front Three podcast with myself, Big Will, Coach Dan, and are we still calling him the Prodigy?
What do you mean, bro? You can call me the greatest of all time if you want. I don't mind. Maybe it's time for a promotion.
He's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Promotion.
AJ, what should the people do?
Hey guys, before you do anything, don't forget to comment, like, share, and of course subscribe, man. Get your mum to subscribe, get your auntie. Listen, even use your dog's paw just to click the subscribe button. We're inside.
Still counts. It still counts. Gentlemen, how are you feeling today?
Yeah, nah, sweet, man. Sweet.
You didn't know what I meant by GOAT.
Greatest of all time. That's the only thing we're accepting. Thanks.
Have you had goat meat and rice?
It's tough, innit?
You didn't know which kind of meat. You didn't know which kind of goat I was talking
This is what
about.
happens when you bring an uncle onto the show. You know when you have an uncle, they kind of, you know what I'm saying? It's childish, man. The real ones.
I'm
my
even in soup.
My millennials and that, you don't know what goat means, man.
It's not real nose.
Greatest of all time. These are uncles, isn't it? You get me? I'm a young one. You know what I'm saying? So man knows greatest of all time. These are uncles and that. That's what he wants for dinner tonight. So, yeah, man.
So, Coach's wife, he's heard it here first.
No, I've had him for dinner. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. Fair dues.
He wishes.
We've done it already.
He wishes.
Okay, so in today's debate room series, we're going to debate the top 3 moments in the last decade of the Premier League. And we're going to look at the top 10, first of all, and then we're going to break it down into just 3. So, AJ, do you want to give us the rundown?
Yeah, so we'll go from 10 down to 1. So at number 10 is Rooney's overhead kick versus Manchester City. Audacious. Number 9 is Man City's Centurion title in 2018, which is a phenomenal year for them. Coming in at 8 is Man United versus Arsenal in 2011 when United shipped us 8. And 8-2, yes.
Yeah.
Woo,
Who's
flashbacks. My God. Coming in at 7 is Southampton losing 9-0 twice. Coming in at 6 is Company's league winning goal, which was incredible. Coming in at 5 is Steven Gerrard's infamous slip at Anfield, Demba Ba slotting home. In at 4 is Man United 1, Manchester United 6. That was in 2011. Coming in at 3rd is Fergie's last title win in 2013, I believe it was.
Yep.
And coming in at 2nd is the Aguero. Yeah.
Yep.
And then coming in at number 1 on the list is Leicester's incredible title win in 2016.
You know, before you carry on,
Yeah.
can I edit one of them?
Go on.
Go on.
Of course you would want to.
Well,
do
we're gonna take.
No, but
some
I mean, one that isn't even here,
Yeah.
and you know they got a few here. You know we're gonna cut them down. Like they've got United 8, Arsenal 2. Do you know? I think it's even more memorable or a greater moment than that.
Which one?
Jack Wilshere's goal against Norwich.
Norwich.
I find that more memorable than this game.
Bro,
What nonsense is this?
Or even better than that, Suarez's hat-trick against Newcastle.
Yeah, was it Newcastle or Norwich as well? So
Yeah, no,
those things are more memorable than this.
Both.
What have we got here?
So okay, we're gonna disregard the 8-2 at Old Trafford.
Disregard Rooney's overhead kick. I think the only reason why it's on there is because of the magnitude of the game. It was a Manchester derby. Do you know what I'm saying? But if Sammy and Nasri scored an overhead kick, would it be on this list? Let's take that off, man. Let's take that off. Southampton losing 9-0 twice. It's just capitulation. You see, Southampton, they don't have tough skin. Like, I think in the Prem, the record for them losing points from winning positions is incredible. Like, it's higher than everyone else's. I ain't got it about them. Do you know what I'm saying? So, them losing 9-0, come on, man. Southampton are a good production line. That's all I can say about Southampton.
Yeah. Good production line, yeah. Definitely.
Company's league winning goal. Actually, no, sorry. Man City's Centurion title.
100 points.
100 points.
Yeah.
That was a serious season, man.
Serious.
That in itself is a record, isn't it? In the EPL?
Yeah.
So that's in the history books.
Yeah.
That was going to be higher than that.
Yeah, I'll say so.
It's in the history books. I don't get that.
Doesn't make sense. United's 1, City 6. That's a memorable game, isn't it?
Bro, it was.
You only care, for that if you're either United or City supporter.
Yeah.
And of course, Balotelli lifting his thing and saying, why always me?
Why always
Apart
me?
from that, who cares?
Can't lie. For me, it was a great game at the time.
No, it was a beautiful game
I
to
loved
watch.
it.
No,
And
I'm saying,
I loved how United
really,
got piped.
that's one of the greatest things to happen in the decade in the EPL.
Okay, not to divert slightly. So, in the last 10 years, what's been the best Premier League game?
Oh, that's a question that can't be answered.
Do you know what? Just off the top of my head, one that I'll put up there was City and Liverpool's 2-2 draw earlier a few months ago.
That was a really
That
good
game was incredible. Just because of the high level
Pure
of
quality.
performance,
Yeah.
the quality. Like, so for me, that game goes that for me personally, I don't know about you guys, let me know in the comments.
Do you know another game that I actually like? But then these are all recent, so maybe we're
Yeah,
not
that's
putting our
true.
mind back.
Yeah.
When Liverpool were chasing City for the title, I think it's that 18 one, yeah, where Stones got the ball off the line, like by a fraction.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember that. I thought that was a
game
phenomenal game.
Crazy.
That was incredibly tight. I think that was when those teams were at their peak. Like the levels were just different in those days, man. That game was amazing.
Nah, but
That's what
2-2
pops
game,
into mind.
That 2-2 game.
But it's so tough,
It's
innit?
just the
Because I
sheer
can't
quality that I
remember
Yeah.
a lot of games. I thought Newcastle against Arsenal 4-4.
4-4. That's
Yeah.
a classic.
That was a
classic
very
game,
good
man.
game.
That's a really good one.
When I think Fulham, obviously, there's got to be a game that Fulham might have been involved in.
Possibly not.
No chance. Categoric. No
Categoric. No.
We beat Liverpool at the Cup last year, you know.
chance.
We
So,
better take us
so,
serious.
and then what happened to you guys?
Don't worry about that.
And championship, bro.
We're coming.
Even the championship is a bit shaky.
Sometimes you need to take a step back.
It's a bit
to take two
shaky,
forward.
is it? You're not gonna take a step back. There's no progression.
But yeah, if you guys can think of your Premier League game of the decade, please let us know. But let's go back to our moment of the decade then. Gerrard's slip has to be in the top 3, doesn't it?
Calamitous.
Given that season and that moment and how much.
That's the day that Brendan Rodgers downloaded bottle syndrome. That's the time.
was it.
And that very moment when Gerrard slipped, the spirit of bottle job just fell over Brendan Rodgers.
The spirit of
But
bottle
Ever
job.
since then, it's been every time he looks
You
at
cursed him. Why
No,
is it
why
the spirit
you?
of bottle
No,
job?
bro, up until since then, what's happened?
Now, to be fair, looking at Brendan, yeah, I think at the end of the season he needs to be reviewed, man.
Bro, obviously that's a conversation
Even
for
in
another time.
January. Even in January. But you're
ever
correct.
since then, like,
Mhm.
guys, like, every time Leicester are so close to doing something crazy, finishing in the top 4, all of a sudden, backwards.
Fall off. They just fall
Yeah,
off.
man.
I would
Obviously,
say
the
so,
FA
man.
Cup.
Yeah.
I would say so, top 3.
Yeah, I would
sure.
say
Yeah,
so.
the Gerrard one. Yeah,
I'll
100%.
say
Because
top
that
3.
year was crazy.
Yeah.
That year was the lines were fine margins, and it just happened that was it at
I would even say
was it at
the
Craven Cottage where he was like, we don't let this slip.
Yeah.
The game before, wasn't it? Was it Craven Cottage?
I think it
Or
must have been
Palace?
one of
One of
those.
the two.
But the Palace one, the 3-3, I think that will go down as one of the games of the decade.
Oh man, what a
the
game!
Liverpool
that was.
3, Crystal Palace
Yeah.
3. I think that.
Yeah,
game,
but yeah, Gerrard defo top 3 because
yeah,
to said in the team huddle and for the cameras to catch it. Like, what are the odds?
yeah.
Like, we
I think it
don't
was
let this slip.
the Norwich game.
And
It was the
then
Norwich game. Yeah.
and now,
No, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
yeah. So
It just seemed, you know, we've covered this before, right? When we were doing
Yeah.
the captain
Yeah.
thing, I believe it was. It just seemed like everything, it looked almost staged.
bro, I'm telling you,
It looked
Hollywood
so
movie.
staged.
Guys,
Trust me, you couldn't.
like, they got paid to make it
Even the
happen.
best, I don't know.
Steven Spielberg could have.
Could
you
even
know,
write that.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was just so. I can't believe it.
Mm.
He uses the same words, yeah, where a week later he
fell on his sword, bro.
That's crazy.
He fell on his sword. And
Yeah.
you know the worst thing about all of this is, and I love it till to this day, yeah, is when Demba Ba ran through, yeah, the way he composed himself and just slowed the ball in the net. I think if he went for it, he bobbled in or Minute saved it and then it fell and then he tapped it. The composure level, yeah, and then Jose celebration just, Jose,
top
love
level.
you, bro.
if someone was telling you this, you won't believe it. But yeah, that would definitely be in my top 3, I think, for sure.
Mm.
Definitely. I think the Aguero moment has to be in there, top 3. Just, yeah. Nah. I watched it the other day and I got goosebumps.
Still get shivers. Still
Like,
get shivers.
Crazy. Even though I know what's going to happen. Now I get why, you know, like there's some females, yeah, there's certain people they watch all the time. They know what's going to happen. They know the script from A to Z. But they just love watching. I get it, ladies. I get it.
AJ gets it.
I get it. because I can watch that moment. I can watch that.
What do you want to say, coach?
Best I don't mean best.
Thank God. Anyway, back to football.
Let me not.
Because I can watch that moment over and over again.
Yeah.
Know what's going to happen. Know the pattern of play. Know Mario's going to just utilize the Super Saiyan strength. Hold off. I think it was Richard Dunn. Slide it across to Aguero and he just smashes it in. You know, I can watch it a million times, still get the goosebumps. And I would love watching that moment for forever, I think.
I don't know if this will be a shock here, but for as long as I've been watching EPL, there's nothing that will top that emotions for me.
Same.
And I'm not a City fan.
Same.
To me, that's the best
That's
moment.
And we're
me,
not
that's
City
the
fans.
All time.
I'm-
All
it's
time
crazy.
Premier League moment.
We're
not.
not City
All
fans.
time.
Obviously,
So-
in that moment, I was a Mario Balotelli fan. I've always been
Yeah.
a Mario But I've never been a City fan, never will be a City fan. I'm a true die-hard Arsenal fan. Arsenal giving me heartbreak for over 10, 15 years, but I'm still there. But that moment,
The last kick of the
It's one
last
of
game
those-
of the
it's-
season for the
Fam,
title.
It's one of
And
those
you know-
things that we were talking about, Gerard's slip here. It's like, it's almost like a movie
it's
script.
fairy
That's
tale
it,
stuff.
yeah.
And do you know
Yeah.
what? And do you know what bit I always get that image is United. I think they were playing Sunderland at the time,
Sunderland,
innit?
yeah.
And they were all the fans had the
Yeah, the
radio
game had
sets in.
finished,
Obviously,
yeah.
Hey, that was like 2012.
12.
And
Yeah.
fam, technology is advanced, you know. Anyway, these man were like all on the phone on the blower. Oh, what's going on,
Yeah.
mate? Is it done? Is it done? All right. What, last minute? United fans, you remember there was a point where United fans started celebrating because they thought they'd won the league.
Yeah.
Then Aguero said, "Not on my watch." I
Yeah.
said, "Aguero." Oh,
And the
man.
commentary as well, of course. Just
elite.
like,
Yeah,
it
that's
was perfect.
I think that commentary won an
perfect.
award. You know,
Did it?
Yeah,
No, I
yeah,
wouldn't
I'm
be
not
surprised.
That commentary
I wouldn't be
was-
surprised.
that commentary was elite, man.
Everything just,
Just
aligned.
Mm.
for that
chef
to
kiss.
happen.
Haven't done that in a
And
while.
even the game itself, the fact that, QPR, they go 1-0 down, they come back to 2-1.
Crazy.
So, yeah, the game itself was insane.
Man like Jamie Mackey.
Remember?
one of the hardest working guys, man.
Mm.
Trent's just basically Jamie Mackey with a bit of end product.
Ooh, shots.
Well, yeah, man. Nah, I'm joking, Trent.
So we know Aguero goal, and then which one did we say again?
I think
the
Leicester
slip,
winning.
and then
Let it slip for Gerrard and Leicester winning the league. I think nothing tops Leicester winning that league for me personally. I think it's just incredible. And I know some people will say, but the level of the Prem at that year doesn't matter. For me, it doesn't matter. If you look at Leicester's squad, bro, like no disrespect to some of the players that were up in that team, man. Come on, Wes Morgan, bro. Come on, man.
So,
Riyadh was crazy form. Jamie crazy form. But they were
Conte.
unknown. You know what I'm saying? They were rough diamonds, if you want to say. You know what I'm saying? So, who was even playing for them? Okazaki. Like, you know what I'm saying? That team should never have won anything. Should not even have sniffed a Prem. Of course, that year the standard wasn't amazing, but to win a Premier League,
with that, yeah, I mean, I'll put it in my top 3 for sure.
yeah.
But I can categorically let you know, no, that's not my first one.
is it?
No, it's not. And look, I get why, yeah. Again, another fairy tale story. Like, Leicester should have never won it, yeah. But really, when you start off a season, yeah, as part of the 20 teams that are competing for a competition, yeah, is there the possibility you could win it? Yes. Probable. Is it probable? No. Yeah? So, yeah, they beat the probability of them winning it.
They were like 1,000 to 1 at the beginning of the season.
Which is fine. But that just goes to show, yeah, the short-sightedness of human beings, We can speak about, they were rough diamonds, I think you used.
Yeah.
And you're correct. But, yeah, was it really that, or people missed something? Because Kante has been the best midfielder, at least in this position, since that season. Or who knows, maybe a season before he was playing in a different team. And here's the thing, yeah, because all of that aside, I think sometimes there has to be a correlation between the players you have and the football you play. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
And Leicester had a team here that were able to execute the kind of football, yeah, that Claudio Ranieri wanted to play. And everything they done that season clicked. It's like watching a Pep Guardiola team here play tiki-taka. Everything Leicester done in that season clicked. It's phenomenal. He had the right players, like the way they're able to sort of like be in their own half and just kick the ball long to Vardy and he just smashes it in. Everything just worked.
Yeah.
It was brilliant for them. They're able to. It was just like a direct football. That's the kind of direct football that no one minds watching.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Because they've done it with such beauty, yeah, that we enjoyed it. And so of course I'll give credit to all of those things. But has it been like the the best moment of the decade and stuff like that. Listen, I won't argue with people that do play as that, yeah. But I'll always go back and say, as long as you've put out a team to compete in a competition, you winning it, it's not that much of like you know, I'm lost for words, but because you're competing. You're competing, but I get it.
Like for me, what makes it like the moment for me is like I remember I went to when they done the like open bus parade because I was like, this is history like never before like, I've experienced anyway, and it was just to see like the whole city like just euphoria and what winning that Prem meant to the average day person and how it changed, you know, in terms of the economic infrastructure and stuff like that. But also, I remember that season very well. We thought Arsenal were going to win that league.
They were very close, weren't they?
We were so close. I think Leicester came to our play and Danny Welbeck scored a last-minute equaliser. And we were going nuts and we were like, yeah, we've arrived.
I think Tottenham as well had a shot.
Yeah,
but they blew at
Chelsea.
Yeah.
And that's why because I was thinking, personally, this year Arsenal did it. I was like, what? I said, all the big teams, what? They're lacking. I said, yo. I said, who's Leicester? And then Leicester's momentum didn't stop. And then you're thinking in the back of your mind, like, oh, can Leicester really win this? Nah. You know what I'm saying? I thought Arsenal were going to do it. I'll be so honest. Especially after Welbeck scored that equaliser. And then...
But it tells you, innit, Leicester had the better players.
They did.
Because if you think about Kante, we're really trying to judge, was he that good because of how much they paid for these kinds of players?
Nah.
But there was no better midfielder than him.
No, you're
right. You know, the only person, you know, you argue, in the midfield that, even though he made a big move, didn't really kick on from there is Drinkwater. But in that system, it suited Drinkwater to the T. It suited him, you know? And listen, it was a great moment, man. But do you know what's funny? And you guys helped me in thinking this through, yeah? So we've spoken about the Leicester title winning, yeah? And it was the first EPL Dave won, Leicester. Or maybe the first trophy, I can't remember anyway. But do you guys also realise, yeah, that 2012 Manchester City title winning, yeah, it's also the first EPL that they won.
Yeah.
So really, are we really talking about it because City spent a lot of money and Leicester didn't?
Yeah, of course. Because at the start of the season, Man City
Dan.
were amongst the top 2 or 3 favourites, whereas Leicester was
1,000
to 1.
And Dan, to be honest, we knew City were spending that money to win the league.
Exactly.
Leicester weren't spending money to win the league. They were spending money to compete and be able to finish in the top 10. And it's about, like you
no
said at
one
the start,
saw it coming.
Like you said at the start, of course, there's a possibility that you can win it as long as you're
statistically,
in the
yes.
as long as you're in a competition.
In reality, yeah,
there's a chance you can win. But in terms of intentionality to go and win something, oh come on, man! Leicester probably tried to win the bloody Carabao. What was it, Carling Cup?
Well, yeah,
that was probably their biggest ambition.
Yeah. But here's the thing,
So
right?
maybe,
You take game by
Claudio
game.
knew something
You win
different.
game by game. You win the title. Like winning the title, of course, yeah. If you're a big club like the Seas and stuff, you know you can have that as an objective. But for these kind of clubs, like let's win this game, then win the next. And you know you build up from there. And listen, it's good, man. If any of you want to put it there, I'll not hold it against you.
But for me, another one which I'd love to put in the top 3 is City's Centurion.
100 points.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be my top 5. It'll be my top 5.
It'll be like best
It'll be
of
my
the
top
rest
5.
kind of thing.
Incredible achievement.
Any other moments apart from the ones on the list that we can
Ronaldo's return.
say that a bit louder, coach.
Ronaldo's return. I'll say it louder. Ronaldo's return.
I think
Incredible moment.
How about this? Arsenal v United in the tunnel.
Oh, when Vieira key
Because that was a key game as well, wasn't it?
But that was in the decade though.
Oh right, so that was in like from 2010 to 20. Is that what it is? Okay, my bad.
Was that the one where they said cess for a pizza at Sir Alex Ferguson?
I think that was
that was the
same
when they were at Old Trafford, didn't it? Because this one was at Highbury. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
What else is there?
I'm scratching my mind now. Yeah.
What about? I mean, Liverpool winning the title for the first time in 30 years. I thought that.
Yeah,
that's a big thing.
And the points they accumulated as well.
Yeah.
2 seasons
the run
running.
of games and the gap between them and Man
And it's
City.
crazy because the year before they'd won the Champions League.
Yeah.
And so it was like, would they keep a level or not? Would they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
outplay-
brilliant one.
Yeah,
That's a brilliant
I
one.
think- I think-
Yeah,
The
that's
30-year
Yeah.
30 years
alone,
Yeah.
exactly.
30 year hoodoo, 30 years of
Yeah.
Because
bondage.
in a way as well, that was the first time they won the EPL.
Yeah,
Wasn't it
exactly.
EPL
Yeah,
before?
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I'll put that up.
but put
Definitely
that out
top 10. Definitely top 10.
No, I'll put that in my top 5 as
Five,
well.
yeah.
Before, yeah.
there. That was a crazy achievement.
No,
man.
that's good. I didn't even think of that.
What
That's
about
good.
they have on this Sir Alex Ferguson's last title in 2013?
Sentiments.
Sentiment.
I have no time for that.
But he had, honestly, with that team, he had no right to win the Premier League.
But it's
Why
Sir
not?
Alex Ferguson.
That I mean,
He
out
had
of all,
Van Persie, who had previously scored like 30-something goals. He had,
700 goals.
no, but the
Yeah,
rest,
but
but the rest of the team were. If you compare it, if you
what are you talking about?
He was prime, bro.
no, but if you compare it to like the teams that Sir Alex had before,
Yeah, but
It wasn't quite as
There's
good.
a common denominator here, and it's Sir Alex.
yeah, of course.
Nah,
yeah,
but
yeah.
that year, Rooney and Van Persie link up
Yeah,
was.
what was wrong with United then?
I don't know. From
Didn't
what I
they have-
remember,
What, was it 2012? They had like Owen Hargreaves and those man them there.
I mean, Ronaldo had left at that point.
yeah, no, he had.
And-
Like they had
But it
Carrick,
wasn't it-
all these kind of
wasn't
guys.
it the Tevez-
What's
the
wrong with
Tevez
them?
era?
Nah,
No.
Tevez wasn't there. I don't think Tevez wasn't there. Not when Van Persie was there. No.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Tevez wasn't there.
Tevez just left.
Yeah, but what's wrong with that team there?
Nah, man, that,
I
Rooney,
don't
know.
that Rooney, Van Persie.
Scholes even came to play.
That Rooney Van Persie axis was too
What's
long.
wrong with that?
maybe I'm remembering it wrong, but it doesn't remind me of one of the vintage teams.
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about Ronaldo, Berbatov, and Rooney and Tevez from 4, it's not. But he still got the job done.
yeah,
Yeah.
But regardless, I mean, that's just sentiment.
That's
Man. They're just trying to
sentiment,
send them off well. That's it.
exactly.
Yeah, so my top 3, Sergio's or City's first EPL.
Yep.
I think Leicester's EPL as well,
Yep.
and Gerrard's slip.
I
Those
agree.
are movies, man.
Yeah.
I would like to play as one of the what is it called?
Characters.
Yeah,
footballers.
characters.
I'd
One of
just be happy being a steward on that day, fam.
Oh yeah, that's your
A
standard.
steward in there because that's enough. Because how would
Just
he
not
be
a steward
one of
in-
that
You know what I
character?
play? I play West Morgan.
Wes Morgan, I want to humbly apologise for the
I'll
disrespect.
play
Yeah,
West
just
Morgan.
disrespect
Centre
you.
half.
If you guys see this guy move on a pitch, Wes Morgan, we're
I'll
sorry.
play West
Only
Morgan.
because you get to lift
We're
up the
sorry.
trophy, innit?
We're sorry, Wes. We're sorry, Wes, for the
Come on.
disrespect.
History.
What?
We're history makers.
Come on, listen, Will. Rough it.
All right, gents. So that does it for today's episode of the Debate Room. If you have any different thoughts regarding the top 3 moments in the Premier League in terms of the last decade, let us know. But we'll be back very soon for another Debate Room series. Take care.
There's only 3 wise men we'll listen to. It's the front 3, no, it's the front 3. There's only 3 wise men we'll listen to.